Thank you, friends. Shabbat Shalom and greetings to you all. You can see the pile behind me has gotten smaller. Well, Tempest Fuga, time flies, and it sure does. Here we are. The summer is waning. We're almost finished August. Oh, we have a great new moon coming up now on the 27th, the new moon of Virgo. Virgo is the month of healing, and the month we will be entering is the last of the Hebrew year, Elul, a month in which there are no holidays. So we can focus on ourselves, our healing, our preparation for rebirth and renewal for the 10 days of awe, Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur. Those days we judge ourselves and stand before the greatest judge of all. Now marks the time we gather together in examination, just as we gather weekly in our group celebrating common belief and faith. When we all come together as a community, a collective consciousness of seekers showing faith, any and all faith, love, any and all love, a community, a chavur, a fellowship expressing our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes that unites us all. In this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach, sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at base. Once again, please do go ahead. Invite everybody, physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, to gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hine Matov, come together. Hine Matov. Shevet Achim Hine Matov. How good, how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. We support each other in this community, my friends, because we are all together. So let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world. Remember, this is you setting aside just a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in. You all believe in something. It's a part of your kavanah. It's your intention that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. Goodwill and intention are the roots of what you can control, of what you can correct. It is your intention that sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives. So let's take some time now. Let's send some of that goodwill, some light, and some healing out to whoever you know that needs it. The world needs it. Healing and renewal for everybody. It just floats through space, finding those in need, so send it out. For those you know. For the souls and spirits of everybody you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people, it's for our pets, it's for the earth. It is the healing of the world. The tikkun olam that's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. We each have to ask, what can we do to improve and change our own little corner of the world? As we change ourselves, we change the conditions of our lives. And we're constantly changing, refining. It's a part of the work that we do in this lifetime. And part of that healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everybody. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. Let's all send energy for the people in need everywhere. Special thoughts and prayers for Snoopy, for Doria, for Fern and Kay, for Jules and Iris, for Johnny, and Terry and the D-Man, for Sadie, Nina, for Gittel Bat Esther, Minerva, Dave and Mookie and Alex, for all those suffering and in need. Let's not forget to include all the familiars of our lives, all the sacred animal friends everywhere, for everybody you know in need, for the whole world, for Rosemary. Friends, it is the kindness, the healing wishes, the goodwill and love we all send out. It just circles the world, finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit never dies. Shabbat Avote Makor HaBracha Mimote. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Misha Baruch, let us all have our spirits renewed. Friends, this is the great prayer for healing, which we call upon God to heal us as He healed before. Misha Baruch, may He who blessed, because all healing's a blessing. Let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to share, to care, to grow, to love. Now, how are you enjoying this last book of the Torah? It's a little bit different, or haven't you noticed? In many ways, Deuteronomy, the retelling of the law, it's kind, to me, it's kind of like the Animal Farm of the Bible. Now, what an awesome book that was. And one of the things I loved about it, even having read it 50 years ago, was how reality changed in such a short period of time based on tales told. All animals are equal became all animals are equal except. Kind of like today. As people die and memory becomes history instead, we rely on what is written or told. After all, we weren't there, but we talk with the conviction as if we were. Now, that's one of the great keys to this farewell address of Moses. He engages the people in that way, like they were always there. Now, the stability in the shift of ancient Rome from a republic to an empire was primarily due to the longevity of Augustus. He outlived everybody who was a member of the republic, and literally because of that, he was able to change history. Now, we have seen in the short time of Deuteronomy so far the same. Moses is basically the only one still alive from the time of the Epiphany. He tells the people they didn't see anything on the mountain, they merely heard. But that's not true. It didn't take place with some long ago group, but God met with you. Little changes occur, little nuances here and there. You got to notice them. Don't just remember the Sabbath, but now you have to honor it too. When you read this book, you can't help but notice that there are subtle changes absolutely everywhere. And I can change the world. I would be the sunlight in the universe. You would think our love is really something good, baby. I could change the world, and you can all change the world. But the additions and subtractions we were warned about, they're all here. But they're here in such a way we don't realize we're reading additions and subtractions right now. We think we're just reading the retelling of the law. Now this week we read see. Now change the letters in that word and see becomes fear, which of course is the great enemy. We're only a few weeks away from finishing this annual journey through the oldest book of faith, and this week you will probably notice that there are really just a few things to note. Forget that we're rushing to the end in what was once a separate, standalone book. So we need to see it through the eyes it was designed for. It's a summary, a retelling of the law done separately. And like in the broken telephone game, it changed from what we read before. Yes, we get some further explanations of things like the sabbatical year, restrictions on where to worship, which alone should be telling you that this is a much later writing, and a recap, again, not the first, of the holy day festivals, Passover, Shavuot, Sukkot, the gathering festivals. It even delves into one of the most complex of all Jewish laws, the kashrut rules. Deuteronomy 14:3, you shall not eat any offensive thing. This is the animal that you shall eat, ox, lamb, sheep, and lamb or goats. We're not going to go there this week. That's a whole other ballgame. But how do you know what's offensive and what's not? And half of these animals, we don't even know what they are. Well, we're left in the midst of this Reader's Digest like summary of things. We got the food, we've got key holidays, and this whole list of clean and unclean is a term that continues to emphasize the old theme of separation and division. The people took a vow to uphold the covenant. And what you got to remember is vows are sacred. And we're reminded more than once, keep them and be blessed. Just last week we read about it. You keep these and you be blessed. You break them. Uh-oh. These eyes cry every night for you. These arms long to hold you again. Hurting me. I will never be free. You gave a promise to me, and you broke it. These eyes watch you bring my world to an end. This heart could not accept and pretend. The hurting's on me. I will never be free. You took a vow with me when you spoke. In the book of words, my friends, what you say has meaning. And this retelling is full of new rules. And you'll notice them. Deuteronomy 12:4, you shall not do that for the Lord your God. Now this makes a change because this is saying, right when you read that whole section, you shall not worship your God in many places. Moses has just told the people that the nations that worship their gods all over the land, on hills and valleys, under every tree, they're bad, and that the Israelites are to destroy them completely. In the next verse, Moses is going to tell them that they are to worship their God in only one place. You shall inquire at the place that the Lord your God will choose from all your tribes to set his name there, to tent it, and you shall come there. Now, this is a huge change. This, my friends, is the centralization of religion. And with that comes control over the people. One can pray anywhere, but a great many of the commandments can only be fulfilled at one place. Most notably, all sacrifices must be made there and nowhere else on earth. Now, this is a greatly misunderstood thing. Sacrifice is a sacred meal eaten in the presence of God. The commandments of Leviticus 17 are conveyed again here. The language is different. The principle is the same. Animals' lives cannot be taken in thoughtless ways. If one wishes to eat meat, the animal must be killed at the one central place of worship, called the tabernacle in Leviticus, and the place where the Lord sets his name in Deuteronomy. Then instead of slaughter, one participates in holiness when one eats the meal. The meal includes a component of reverence for the animal's life and affirms a belief in the unity of God. But there is always this one overriding element. The promise was all or nothing. Go back to Deuteronomy 11:26. See, I'm putting in front of you today a blessing and a curse. Okay, it didn't take long after saying, here's great stuff, to lay out the choice. Now, who's going to choose curse? No one in their right mind. But we're dealing with humanity, not necessarily the brightest of God's creatures. Now, when the Lord your God brings you into the land that you are entering to take possession of, you shall set the blessing on Mount Gerizim and the curse on Mount Ebal. Well, Moses is saying the two stelae will be erected, one on each mountain, one listing blessings, one listing curses. And these two mountains will be mentioned several times. And you can simply look up and see what's carved on each one and know which one to choose. Moses continues, the blessing when you listen to the commandments of the Lord your God that I command you today, and the curse if you won't listen to the commandments of the Lord your God. Like I say, who's going to choose the curse? Well, we get such joy from the blessings in life, my friend. Think of all the little blessings you have. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, weddings, rites of passage of all kinds, friendships. What a great blessing friendship is. Career, health, wealth, love, perfect self-expression, freedom, perhaps the greatest blessing of all. And those are just some of the joys of life. Freude schon durch der Funken nach der Auslieferung. Wir betreten vortrunken friedlich dein Heiligtum. Dein Sauber binden wieder, was die uns fehlt. Alle Menschen werden Brot, dein Zelt der Joy to the world, my friends. And yes, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle. Make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. To share and honor the light and all who live and continue to shine in the light. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everybody. An end to terror and hatred. Remember, we are a community. We learn together. We celebrate each other. We love each other. We share this right together, men and women equally. So let's send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. Please do. Learn to forgive and learn to love. Open your hearts. Honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have. Enjoy the journey. We take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our effort to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. God bless you all. Have a fantastic week. A week of love and light. A week of peace. A week of miracles. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe. We're coming up on the 10 holiest days of the year. A time to heal yourself during this month of healing. Remember, we set in motion all that happens in our lives. It's our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect. Everything's linked. Now, as I've said, you always have time to forgive and to be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad. So acknowledge what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged, and ask forgiveness. But do so with sincerity, accountability, and vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you, and you'll learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? Because if you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land. It is your home. Keep on dreaming. Keep on being. Keep sharing. Keep shining. Keep teaching. Keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love. It's always in front of you. Remember to have faith. An unwavering adherence to principle, just as I have faith in the principle of love and of all of you. Act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none, defraud none, hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year. May you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go. Work to be present in the body. Expand your heart, quiet your mind, because the deepest source of real power lies in consciousness and the ability to be mindful, aware, present in all of life's circumstances. Make the most of your time in this life. Continue to touch and transform the lives around you, because you're never alone. You are forever blessed and have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you meet. Health, love, renewal to everyone you come across. We're all energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Your words are your power to transform, to love, to bless. So be generous. Bless others and bless yourself. And love with the heart, because we're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear. Forgiveness, not anger. And be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. And continue to explore faith and belief. And do not accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced others have too. Because we share together, we learn together, we help each other. We are each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives. So find them. Tell them what they mean. And remember, you're never alone on your journey to your promised land. Keep forgiving those you need to forgive, and keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. So enjoy the week. Continue to imprint your will upon the universe. Continue to enjoy love and freedom. And remember, friends, pay attention to the words. They do have a profound effect. And be there to help others, not for reward, but for decency. Remember, there need not be conditional love ever in your life. And open your eyes and truly see. If you let me take your heart, I will prove to you we will never be apart. Open up your eyes now. Tell me what you see. It is no surprise now. What you see is me. Open your eyes, my friends, and see. And you'll see love. And that's the choice. And love is all it truly is. Thank you for joining me. Have a great week. Please keep exercising forgiveness. Be thankful, be gracious, be kind, be loving. Believe in yourself and in love. Continue to spread a little goodwill to the world, and never forget, you are the miracle in someone else's life. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care.